yo, I am like so glad to hear you say that because I really thought something was wrong with me. But
Not at all, sir.
yeah, mountains. Go
Woo.
ahead. Anyways, we're live though.
Whoop.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back, Games Music Life. I guess it's episode 22.
Nah, man, it's 21. That last week, that was a special presentation.
Okay,
that
so
don't count.
last week Kevin came through clutch. I was out of town. I went and visit my mom and dad in Atlanta. Jay is still out. You see, it's just me and Kev today.
He's on FML.
He's on FML. He's used
From
up a lot of hours.
Yeah, he used up a lot of hours, man.
Used up a lot of GML hours, man.
This is Games Music Life. Nas Lost episode 4.
Episode 4. We're gonna kill Nas today.
Yeah, he getting it.
So it's just me and Kevin today. But last week Kev came through clutch. He did a Let's Play with some of the people from the chat room, and just was Kev, man. I think it was classic, bro. I'll tell you, good job on that too.
Appreciate that. I do it for the culture.
I know you do. I was cracking up about it watching it too, and we're back today. So I'm fresh from the down south,
Dirty.
So we definitely have a lot to talk about. 2 weeks we've not really talked about a lot of video game stuff and a lot of, sports stuff. There's a lot of stuff to go into today. So we'll kind of touch on some of the key things that we seen, right about. But definitely want to get into this division. As you see, I'm still ranked. I think I'm 18 or something like that. I haven't even played it. And that's one of my things with this game, though, Kevin, I was going to talk to you about is I haven't had any desire really to get back into it.
I did fall off a little bit too, man. I went back to 2K.
Did you?
It's an addiction.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what it is, man, but I went back to play 2K, man.
I'm going to tell you, when I was gone, I took my gaming laptop with me, and I ended up playing a game that was a guilty pleasure. It was so wrong, but I couldn't stop playing it. It was South Park Stick of Truth. Yo, I beat it. I ended up beating it while I was down there for that week. I kept playing it. I didn't want to play anything but it because I had a division on that on the PC too, and I was gonna play that because it looks pretty. And I started playing Stick of Truth, but the game. First of all, bless you, the game itself is completely wrong. Like, everything wrong socially, morally, everything about it is wrong. But it's one of those games where if you like South Park,
Can't look away.
You can't look away, man. There's one part on there, I won't give away the game, where like you shrink into like the size of the underpants gnomes. And let's just say you walk by your mom and dad's room and you see something going on in there.
Oh my God.
But here's the thing, the final boss runs onto your mom and dad's bed and you gotta fight him on the bed while the action is going on. Yo, I was lost. I had to get into a corner because I'm like, I want the kids to see the screen, what's going on or anything. But I was playing that. I had really no desire to come back to this game, man.
Hey, man, you get in that vice, man. Like I said, I went back. Like I've had plenty of time to I won't say plenty of time, but the time that I've had the game this week, it was like, man, should I hop on this division or should I hop on that 2K? And 2K has been reigning supreme, man. I'll tell you what, I hadn't played in a few weeks, and since I've gone back, man, Steph Curry with the shot is just like,
Did
man.
they update him?
Oh my God, did they? Like, dude doesn't miss.
Really?
Yeah, you can fire it. Don't matter if you're guarded. Don't matter. Nothing, man.
Really?
He's gonna drop buckets.
So what's LeBron like on there then? Because he should be equally as bad. Because LeBron's having a good year.
He's LeBron, man. If you can get him in the lane, you know what I'm saying, you can make a lot of things happen. But
what's his hairline like though? That's the big
strong.
Strong?
Strong. You know what I'm saying? They did him a courtesy.
Okay.
But the Cavs on there, the Cavs are okay on there. But I'll tell you, the only team that I could beat the Warriors with was the 96 Bulls.
What?
It was
so you
like,
go back and get MJ.
It was like that. I had to go back and get MJ. And to beat them, had to go double overtime. Oh, wow. And Jordan actually saved us to get us to the second overtime.
So you were playing somebody online, I'm guessing.
Yep.
So I wonder if the person you were playing online, I would send you a message. The fact you're going to bring out a great team.
If you really want to go there, it looks like Golden State got a good chance to break or at least tie this record, man. Even though they lost last night, they did take that L.
I was about to say Isaiah Thomas, man.
Yeah, man, they got in that behind, bro.
And Jared Sullinger, shout out to Jared, man. My dad and his dad are real good friends.
Yeah.
He had a good game. He had 20.
They did, man. Celtics ain't bad.
No,
Celtics ain't bad. Young team, yeah.
And they're well coached.
But they gotta get somebody out there that can be the guy. You know what I mean? Like, I did notice that last night. They don't have a guy that's just gonna be the guy.
The Celtics?
Yeah.
They got the one dude, Crowder.
He ain't the guy though. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it came crunch time, man, you shrink up Mini-Me out there. You know what I mean?
Isaiah can do it. He's just a volume shooter though, man.
He's so little too. It makes it tough. Like, if he can get to the cup, he can score. Like last night, he got that ball in. Curry, jumped, tried to jump the route, missed, and boom, he got the bucket. And basically, locked the game out after after Chef Curry missed the 3, and then Harrison Barnes decided that he was going to be Superman.
You know what? That's the crazy thing about it, money-wise, with the NBA, because Harrison Barnes having a down year, he's still going to get his paper.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he's still going to get his paper.
Even though I think that team's going to end up having to blow up in the next season or two. Somebody's got to go.
Because the thing about it is they got Steph on a
deal.
On a rookie, not a rookie deal, but he was getting all those injuries.
Yeah, he got a mid-level deal.
Yeah, he got a mid-level deal. So they're going to have to break the bank on him eventually.
Yep.
Could you imagine, man, if I was Steph Curry, I'd be so mad at my ankles.
Yeah.
Like, my ankles cost me at least $100 million.
Definitely,
at
but
least.
Hey, man, it is what. Hey, also they enabled him to win a championship because if they would have had to break the bank for him earlier, I don't know that Draymond would have stayed. I don't know that Clay could have stayed.
Well, they just re-signed Draymond because he was on the rookie deal.
Yeah,
too.
I mean, but I'm saying Draymond, it was close, man. He was holding out. He wanted his paper.
Yeah,
and the only reason they could break him off his paper is because Steph wasn't getting his paper.
That's true. That is true.
And Clay was on the trading block.
Yeah, they was getting rid of Trey. But who's the highest paid player on that team right now? Is it Bogut?
No, it can't be Bogut. I would hope. I pray it's not Bogut. I think Draymond might be
really
highest paid player on that team. Yeah, I mean they broke him off his paper.
Yeah, I know they gave him a lot of money.
They had to hit him off his scratch.
They had to.
You know, it just is what it is there.
What did they defend? Okay. All right. So yeah. So gaming news wise, man,
we went off on a tangent, but
we
were talking about division, man, and how we kind of fell off. But you know what? It's not to say that I don't enjoy the game. It was just I didn't have a desire to play. You know what I mean?
I think we were playing together, and like we'd always hit each other up to play.
Yep. And with you being out this week, I was like, hey, I'll chill. It wasn't. It's not as much fun if you don't have a squad. I will say that.
Right.
And me, I don't necessarily I mean, I don't mind playing with folks I don't know, but I don't necessarily.
It can go so left when you play with cats you don't know, man.
Yeah,
that's why I stay away from it, because it'll make you to where you don't even want to play.
Yeah, it can get weird.
And that's the only reason why I play Destiny though, because I end up playing with people that I know.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what makes it fun. Like I think that's why I didn't have a crazy experience with Destiny.
Yeah. I think if you'd had some people to play with, you'd have been all right with it.
Yeah, well, I mean, for a little while I did, man, and then the homies, they jumped off, and then we stopped playing altogether.
That should be a consensus, though. Like, that should be within the group. Like, we got to agree to go to another game. We can't just jump ship.
Yeah. Man, it was life happening, though, I guess. You know what I mean? It was like everybody's schedule started getting crazy. Because, I mean, the only game that I had, like, a constant squad where I knew I could hop on, and it was going to be, you know what I'm saying, team out there, was Black Ops 2. Like, that was the only time I knew, like, all right, listen, everybody's going to be getting rocking in multiplayer or on zombies, and it's a go. Even now, I don't really see people playing Black Ops 3 much. I don't play it at all.
Black Ops?
Yeah, I don't play Black Ops at all, man.
Nah, you know what? Black Ops was cool with the zombies, but, like, once the zombies jumped the ship, people just stopped playing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Before I go on any further, though, I definitely want to give a shout-out to the guys who made our logo.
Yes.
And if you notice on I think we put it up on Instagram.
Yep, it is on the gram.
I put it up on Twitch a little bit too. But once their website takes off more, I would definitely be shouting them out as much. It was very much appreciated. But you know, those guys. Sad Designer, I think he's in there today. He's talking a little bit. Shout out to you, man, Keyshawn. I know you guys will tell me your company name. Once you do, we will definitely shout you guys out more. And just like anybody who needs any work done,
holler at him, man. It's great work.
Pixel Design Group, I think, is what their name is going to be. Key was kind of telling me it's a little up in the air, but yeah, very much appreciated, man. You guys knocked it out the park, man, for real.
Absolutely. And
kudos to you guys for that. So I didn't want to forget them, forget that or whatever. But also on the Division, I'm having a hard time with it. You know what I mean? Like, I like the game, I like the style. I just think they're losing me with what's the objective? Like, what's the story about, man? What am I doing? Like, I know I got to shoot guys. Like, right now, I know I got to shoot these guys, but who are they? You know, and why aren't they on my team? And why are they against me? Like, what's going on?
Man, I feel you. Like, what is going... Like, I'm trying to log into the Twitch account so that way I can update the title, but it is not feeling me, man. Like, I don't know what's up.
We're still playing Division.
Yeah, anyway, it's all good. Well, it says that it was the holiday edition, so it's going to be another holiday, folks. Nah, nobody's got a quesalupa.
Uh-oh.
And it doesn't make me jealous at all. So, Taco Bell, you're not going to get any second scraps off of us. Not today. Not today.
You mad yourself eating that stuff. Yeah, so anyways, so the Division is like, I'm back to it today, but I haven't really played it too much. So,
Gotta play something, you know.
Yeah, I gotta play something. You're right. One thing I do want to talk about though, like I was going to holler at you about while I was gone, Destiny had a big announcement. They were doing their update and talking about it, and they really are going pay to win right now. So basically, if you don't know, Destiny's come out with some new content, which everyone is hungry for. But what's the biggest thing that everyone's having an issue with is like these packages you can buy. You can get the packages from playing the game, which is normally what they would do in Destiny.
You got to log so many hours to get in. Yeah.
But these ones weren't that bad. Like it was kind of like a nightfall or a weekly event that you would do. Okay. So you can get them that way, or you can buy them. Okay. So the Eververse, which is the Eververse, which is the online buying system through the game. You can actually buy like emotes, which is dances and stuff like that. They never would sell any in-game content, like stuff that you could actually have to earn and use RNG for, but now they are. So they're selling these packages that you can get. So basically, these packages, though, you can get
Dirty Dogs.
You can get like armor, but the armor comes in at like real low level, but you can use your old armor and infuse it into it. So people are like up in roars because that's kind of like buying in-game content, you know, which I kind of can feel them. I do kind of agree with them on that, but you know, and there is a way you can come back with that, saying like, well, the armor is so light level that it doesn't matter, and I agree with them on that too. But I don't believe in
like
buying
a dirty dog move.
Yeah,
man.
I don't believe. I believe in cosmetic things, like you can buy to customize your gun, or you could buy to customize your skin or something like that. I do agree with that. I don't have any problem with that. But when you start being able to buy things for the game that are going to help you in the game, I have an issue with it. I don't think that it's right, you know?
Yeah. No, I feel you on that 100%.
Okay. I was wondering how you felt about that, because I know you played a lot of Call of Duty.
Yeah, I don't ever believe in, like, I have a strict rule, man. I don't believe in using real money to buy fake money. Like,
okay.
I don't dig that at all. So, yeah, no, I feel you 100% on that.
Okay.
They need to fix that, man. You know, I hate that games are kind of treading down that path. Like, do you remember, like, back in the day? Now, I'm showing my age on this a little bit, but like back in the day, man, you used to buy a game, and then you know you would have a thing called cheat codes. Man. We could put in those cheat codes, man, and you know it make you just a little bit better, a little bit cheesier out there, man. Make the game, give it a different dynamic. Who
didn't like God mode? Man?
Exactly, but you know what? Now those cheat codes are in the form of, you know, $20 packs that you got to buy.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you, because like the games that we buy now, it's not even a $60 game.
Yeah, that's what
it's
I'm
like
saying.
$130 investment.
Yeah,
with all these DLCs and everything.
And the thing is, like, man, a lot of these games, man, you're not gonna play it after a while.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's tough. It's a tough sell.
I think some games you do end up playing over a while. Like I think the Division is going to be a long-term game we're going to play for a while once we get into it. I keep hearing once you get to level 30 is where the game starts.
That's what I heard too, man. But
man, it's grind to get to it. I don't know.
Yeah, grind at level 30, man. Yeah, look.
But yeah, I think that the games are like, I don't have a problem with DLC. I got a problem with these season passes though.
Yeah, you know. It's tough, man. And there are some games where I can justify it, like Fallout. All right, man. You know what? I can get behind that. They gave me a huge game to start, and then the DLC, if you caught it early, I felt like it was reasonably priced for, you know, as much content as you're gonna get in there. But you know, it's like every game now, you know it's gonna have a season pass, or you know there's gonna be downloadable content coming for it. I really hate the concept of skins. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that drives me absolutely insane. I don't like the idea that, oh, I'm paying for my gun to look a little different. Like, make that an incentive in the game. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I at least like that about Call of Duty, where it was like, okay, you know, if you play multiplayer enough, then you got diamond guns, and that's how you know what I'm saying, you could separate the people that were in the game that were playing, and it was like, okay, yeah, you've been grinding it out. You must be dope if you got that diamond AK over there.
Yeah, but those guns affected you towards multiplayer too, though.
What you mean?
So didn't you, like, if you got like some people, I know when I played, those guys running around with the short nose shotgun.
Okay.
And it was so overpowered.
OP, yeah.
Overpowered, I'm sorry. And like, I knew that you could only get that by playing the multiplayer over and over again.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, you will unlock guns as you go, but at least you unlocked it for playing. Like I can get it, like the pre-order guns, they'll be okay. Like I remember you got the Peacekeeper on, I think it was Modern Warfare 2 for you know, going out there and pre-ordering the game. Okay, fine. Peacekeeper was a pretty good gun, but it wasn't like you were, you know what I'm saying, just so OP from everybody else out there. It was a good gun, nothing too crazy. Like once people got a little higher level, the playing field got matched. But like buying the zebra skin for it, I'm like, yo, this is corny. Like, I'm not paying $5. You know what I'm saying? So that way people can be like, oh man, you got a zebra skin gun? Like, nah, man. Like, but come on, add something better than that for $5.
Yeah,
for $5. Like, get out of here, dog. Like. And man, that's a you know what I'm saying, that's a big box from Popeyes, baby.
Hey, which is another thing. I was, you know, my PC gaming soapbox a little bit here too. Was I told you I was playing Stick of Truth. I got it for like $6.
Yeah, 7 cents, something like that.
And then the DLC was like $1.
Yeah, see, like that, and you know what? If that was the model for console gaming, like I could get with that. But they'll never go that route, man. They're gonna keep fleecing us $20, $30, you know what I'm saying, per pack, or have you buy the season pass for $50, $60 after I've already invested $60 in the game to start.
Right.
And then that new thing that they're doing where, you know, for used games, you got to buy an online pass. Like, get out of here, dog.
Yeah, you got to be online. I mean, this day and age, you have to be online for everything anyway. So
yeah, and I mean, I understand that, you know what I'm saying, the devs got to make their money, but come on, like, we got to find balance out here, dog.
Well, that's my problem with GameStop, man. I call them, they're like the new crack house of 2016, man, because they really are getting, that was horrible. They're getting all the money, like the publisher isn't getting any money for those resale of those games.
Nah, not at all, man. And they're giving these kids 5 cents on the dollar.
Yeah, man.
It's shady, man. It's a shady world, man.
Right.
Now, one thing I did want to talk about, just because I know it's coming up here soon, man. Are we going to jump onto this Quantum Break?
It's gonna be hard not to.
I feel that way too, man. And it seems like it's gonna be dope, man. Like the choices in the game are gonna affect the way the show goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it seems like it's gonna be a cool concept, but I can smell a letdown, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? This game could really go either way. Like they haven't quite sold me on it yet. I mean, I'm probably gonna buy it just because, you know, the hype. You know, when you got disposable income, it's like, man, hype will sell.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, man, it's like, well, what else is there to do? You know what I mean?
Well, the thing about this too, I think I'm suffering from the same thing that Jay was having with Division. The more I see it, the more I get nervous, and that's just, I think, just me in history of what gaming has shown us.
Yeah.
Which is the more you see a game and the more it's hyped, sometimes hype
kills
takes
the game.
over.
You know, I've realized, man, a lot of times these guys, man, they're using their marketing budget where they should have been, you know, putting those dollars into development.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, hey, it's a business. I get it. But there are titles that really don't have to market themselves, and you know, you just put out a good product and it sells. And I wish that the industry would kind of go back to that model, but it's probably done. Gaming has gone so commercial. It's so mainstream now. Like, you remember, like, back when, like, gaming wasn't, like, huge, man. Like, people would be like, oh, man, you playing video game, wasting them time with the video game, blah, blah. Like, yo, everybody's a gamer now.
Well, that's because it's cool.
That's what I'm saying. It's cool now.
It's cool to be a gamer. It's cool to be a nerd. It's cool to be those things now. And yeah, I think people like Lupe, though.
Yeah, you're right, man. GoPay, he did pave the way.
I don't know what paved the way.
He paved the way, man. He made a way where there was none. You know what I'm saying, for that sort of thing to go. But, you know, I feel like maybe it was just our generation kind of coming into our own now. Because, I mean, when I was coming up, all the guys were definitely gamers. Like, I didn't know any dudes that didn't play video. Like, I mean, it was like one or two, and it was kind of like, you looked at them like, man, what's wrong with you?
Right, why don't you play?
Yeah, like, what's wrong with you, man? Like, why aren't you playing? Like, why do you suck at Madden, dog? Like,
right.
There's no excuse for this.
Hey, Madden used to have cats in the crib. Like, as far as to the point where, like, if you weren't good, you wouldn't go on certain sides of town, so you wouldn't have to play certain people. Because it'd be like, oh, you're on this side of town? Cool, we need to play some Madden.
Yeah, like, man, you know what, man, my cousins, man, they used to joke about it, like, yo, listen, don't go around Kev, man. He will wash you. Like, he will wash you up. Like, man, I remember, like, going to go visit my cousins, man, and you know what I'm saying, washing up their dads.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like washing grown men on these games.
Hey, man,
Go
that's the
around my
best.
homies' houses and stuff, man. Washing up have them in their feelings.
I can't see the chat.
NBA Live 95, bro. I don't like. Twitch is doing its own thing right now, but it's all good. But yeah, man, like washing folks, man. That's how it had to be.
I apologize ahead of time, guys. I cannot see the chat. I don't know what's wrong with Twitch right now.
Yeah, Twitch is doing its own thing, man. We can't see Jack in the chat, so we appreciate, you know, any comments that we're getting. But Twitch is I can't sign in on my phone.
I'm gonna try to close it and open it back up.
I've tried that several times. So yeah,
well, I'm on Android, so it might work.
I'm gonna let it slide. I'm gonna let it slide. You know what I mean? But
Let's see.
you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's not good out here for whatever reason.
So Oculus Rift, man. We doing it for the culture?
I'm not, man. Go ahead, man. Make that investment, bro. I'd love to test it out, man. I come by every weekend, test it out for you, man.
Just test it out on my no. I
on
cannot,
your dime,
no,
bro. You know what I mean? Go ahead, do it, man.
I can't, man. I'm gonna tell you the thing about it is though, it looks cool, but it's like with
a lot
anything,
of things look cool,
yeah,
man.
but it's like with anything that comes out that's new. I really just don't think it's gonna be good, man. I really just don't. I don't think any of this VR push is gonna be good. Once everybody puts their hand, throws their offering in the pot. Oh, I can see the chat now.
Okay.
Once everybody throws their offering in the pot, that's when I get nervous, man.
Yeah.
I think it's a money grub, man. I don't think they really are thinking it through.
I agree, man.
Plus, I want that strapped to my head, man. It's already. I'll be wondering where I get headaches from now. I don't want it, man.
Yeah, no, I'm cool on all of the VR, man. Like, count me out. The HTC Vive show. You know what? I don't know if it's. For me, it's not brand specific, man. It's the whole concept. I'm not sold on VR right now. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne helping deliver an elephant just isn't. It's not looking.
I think Lil Wayne might have heard it, man. Those commercials are really wearing me out too, by the way. To the point where, like, I mean, if I'm Lil Wayne, I gotta look at it like, okay, they're really paying me money. Don't get me wrong, it's a check for just pouring liquor on a phone. And realistically, the only place that you really would get water on your phone, most people, if you drop it in the toilet.
Yeah.
You know, you go use it because everybody, you know, you stinker tinker. You take it to the toilet. You want to, you know, play on the phone. You drop it in the toilet. That's why people would want a waterproof phone. But to think you're gonna just buy a phone and spill alcohol on this kind of stupid. But maybe I could be wrong.
I don't know, man. Lil Wayne surfing in Thailand with Wesley Snipes. I'm cool.
Wesley Snipes just grow some facial hair back too. I'm sick and tired of seeing baloney face Wesley Snipes on the.
You know what? I noticed, man. Like once dudes get old, man, that's the lane that they go for, man. They try to go babyface.
Babyface?
Yeah.
I'm going to clean cut, man.
Yeah, I feel like you gotta have a mustache. G.
You have to. I can't trust you if you don't have a mustache.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. Like,
I cannot trust you if you don't have a mustache, man.
You know what I'm saying. Man. Years ago, man, I tried to I was trying to get all my facial hair to go even. So like I tried to cut it real low, and then like I went too low, and it was like, yo, I didn't want to come out the house. I didn't want to come out the house. I went to work, man. They was like, yo, who is that? I'm like, yo, y'all, you know what I'm saying. I cut my mustache down. Now y'all recognize me. Like, oh my god! Like,
yo, I scared my kids one time. I did that when I was, I think Lil Nadir was maybe 4, and I did it, and like he just stared at me. He didn't even say nothing. He just stared at me. Like, I think that's my dad. I know it's him.
I'm not quite sure. They might have replaced him with an Android.
Yeah, they might have got him with an Android. Right, right. That's exactly how it was. Yeah, designer. I feel you on the Vive. The Vive is the one that looks good to me, but. I need, you know what a lot of these places need to do? They need to have like a pop-up shop.
Yeah.
Where you just go in and they give you a full tour of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even having like it be scheduled so you can not feel that heat from somebody in the back of the line waiting to go
breathing
next,
on your neck.
Yeah, breathing on your neck. Or just have GamesMusicLyfe come.
Yeah, man.
We'll definitely come
course.
test it out and I give an honest review on it. Honestly, if it's trash, I'll tell you.
I'll tell the developer to his face, like, bruh,
yeah.
Why did you come up with this garbage?
What was you thinking about?
What were you thinking about, man? Somebody needs to slap you.
Right. Like, I'm going to say that this year at E3, if Madden is the way it is this year, and this is, again, they take off that 6 and just put a 7
Bro, I
there.
might break the controller. And just walk off. Like, you know what you did.
Right. You know this was wrong.
You know what I'm saying? You wrong for this, B.
Yeah, but the Vive, I do want to test that one out. I want to test out the Oculus, too.
I would love to give them all a test run.
Yeah, HoloLens looks like the one I would get if I did get one. I would like to get that one. But the only thing about it is, man, being a dad, realistically, I don't know how much time I'd have to do it. And, like, the buy-in, they'd have to prove it to me, like, okay, this is what it's going to be. It's going to be this game, and this game. And this is what it's going to have on there. You know, like, basically pre-selling me on it. Because just me putting faith in something and thinking it's going to be sweet, I'm not.
Yeah, I don't know about that, man. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be a tough sell on that. Like, the whole VR for me right now is a tough sell, man. Just because I've fallen for the gimmicks so many times. Like, man, like the motion gaming, like, I mean, you know, I thought Fruit Ninja for the Kinect was pretty dope, man. That was a good, you know, that was a good party game for when folks came over. But you know what I'm saying? That was kind of where it stopped as far as like good Kinect game. Like, I don't even want to say that word anymore because I know that here in a second that thing is gonna, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna throw us off. It has been more of a hindrance than a help to the gaming. And if you notice now, like for Xbox One, they don't even you know program for those things anymore. Like there are no more games made for that.
Because the reason why is it was two different CEOs, man. You got Phil Spencer is a CEO now.
Yeah.
And his whole vision on the gaming was just Xbox games. And you can see the way the company is run now. Like the Xbox is really picking up some steam because of him. Whereas the first guy, I forget what his name was, he went to CNET. I could be wrong. I don't fact check. But he was like more into like the whole Xbox being one thing, like your TV, all that. He was the one that pushed for all that.
See, mm-hmm.
You know,
yeah. There we go.
Stop listening.
There we go.
You know, I need to really unhook this thing too. Stop listening.
I only leave it hooked up because
like
because I got it. You know what I'm saying?
Having a 2-year-old in the room, you can't cuss because you don't want it to hear you.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
I'm sick of it, man.
Yeah, I'm saying it's not I don't know, man. Like, it really blew me as much money as they said that they poured into this technology for them to completely abandon it. Like, at this point, it's completely worthless. Like, it's pointless to have it. It doesn't do anything for the XB1. Yeah, for the game. It doesn't. Yeah, Expo. It doesn't do anything for it at this point. And you know what I'm saying? Like I said, developers don't even develop games for it anymore.
Nah, it's over. But that's the thing about it. I don't think anybody really wants it. I think there's a small portion of people that can like sports game, not sports game. I'm sorry, like exercise gaming and stuff like that. But after that, man, it's like nobody really wants to. I want to. Yeah,
I mean, my wife likes to do that Just Dance.
Yeah, there you
go.
Well,
in theory, like we'll buy it and then she'll play it for a little while and then she'll be like, you know what, I'm playing video games again.
Right.
Let me stop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So and then it collects dust on the shelf until she sees the new one come out and it reminds her again, like, oh yeah, I can be a gamer.
Yeah.
But only thing I get her to play is Nintendo. So maybe I had to pick up that NX. Even though, man, that controller is looking bizarre.
But they said it was good. That wasn't real.
Man, I don't know if I believe that wasn't real, man. It was looking mighty real to me.
Hey, I believe in Nintendo, man. I believe they're going to pull the tarp back this year and they're going to show us something really impressive.
It's going to be something dope?
Yes, man.
Man, I hope so. I definitely hope so. But I just don't know, man. That Wii U, it was a bugger. It really threw me off. But you know what? The Wii was dope. I will give them that. I thought that the Wii was dope. It had a lot of really fun games, like the tennis and all that stuff, man. Like when them games came out, it was new and it was fun, and you kind of play with groups of people. Nobody had to really be a hardcore gamer. Like it was more for casuals and all that stuff. Like you couldn't get AAA titles that were any good on that system, but for what they had, it was good. The Mario games were good. Listen, you give me a good Mario game, man.
That's all you need.
I'm good. I'm cool with this.
That's
you know
all
what I'm saying?
You need.
And we can ride, man. Maybe a good Smash Bros. I'm down with that. Like, yo, he really just creeping in the wing.
He's like, I thought it was a gargoyle on the side of the.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I thought. Like, man, he was just chilling in the wing.
Yeah, get it.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? Got a little something for you.
Yeah, get that work. All right, so man, besides that, man, Batman vs Superman. Let's go ahead and get into it.
All right.
If you haven't seen the movie, I advise you guys to kind of maybe not.
Hit the mute or just be prepared that you're going to find out a little bit.
Yeah.
But you've already heard about it because, I mean, it's been out for a week. It's all people have been talking about. So if you ain't seen it, that's on you. All right.
What's people killing it for, though?
I don't know. I don't know what people were expecting. I thought that the movie was pretty good. If nothing else, it was a little disjointed just because of the way that they were trying to tell the story of Superman and Batman both simultaneously, and they would kind of jump back and forth between them without, kind of giving the character some time to breathe and let his story be told. Mm-hmm. And I didn't particularly care for some of the dream sequences because they didn't really make it clear at first, or I don't know if that's really how I want to kind of phrase that, but for the dream sequences, it kind of felt a little choppy there, like they were kind of forcing them in there. But
if you were a person who didn't see if you didn't know the story,
the stories, yeah,
you would get confused by that.
Yeah, exactly.
There was a couple times my daughter tapped me like, "Hey, what does this mean?
Like, what is going on?"
He's probably dreaming, you know.
You know, and so like when Batman was in the desert, in that one cutscene, I ain't gonna give it all away, but you know what I mean. It was like a little bit like, man, y'all kind of jumping around a little bit here, but all in all, man, I thought it was pretty good, man. Really good action scenes. I felt like
once the action picked up, it was good, man.
Yeah,
I fell asleep at the beginning.
I felt like Batfleck did a pretty good job.
Yeah,
did better than I expected.
Butt Chin did all right, man. I was worried about him, but he did all right. I don't get murdered.
He held it down, man. Henry Cavill or whatever his name is, man.
That's Superman.
Yeah, Superman. I thought he did okay.
You know whose performance wasn't good? Who I thought was gonna be good?
Lex Luthor.
Yes.
He was a little quirky.
Look, okay, here's the thing though, too, that me and Sean, shout out to Sean Carter, man. We were talking about this. He brought up a good point. That Lex was getting pulled by something else.
Yeah.
You know, that makes sense afterwards because that's not the traditional Lex Luthor. That's not how he works. Like Lex Luthor, first of all, was big, which I think that was just writer's preference they did with that. And then also he was. I
think that he was supposed to be his son though.
Really?
Yeah. Like if you remember, he was talking about LexCorp, how his father, Big Lex, built that and named it after himself. He was like, yeah, the Lex in front of this one is my father, not me.
Oh, yo, I didn't even pick up on that.
Yeah, so I think that he's supposed to be like baby Lex Luthor.
Okay, then that would be okay then.
But the only thing I didn't feel about it is that he was a little quirky, and Lex was never quirky in like the comics or in the cartoons.
But that would point to your point though, as far as not really being the Lex that we're
used
about.
to. Yeah,
you know, that's his son.
Yep.
So that actually makes sense.
But I felt like his performance was okay. The only thing I didn't get was when they were on the roof and he tells him he's got to go after Batman. I'm like, well, why? And how did Batman know to shine his light in the sky just at that exact moment?
But why did whoever this Lex is, why did he have such a hard on for Batman and Superman? Like he wanted them out of there. He wanted them basically to take each other out.
And you know what? I don't know, because it was like he wasn't really trying to take over the world or anything like that as far as what they were making clear. But maybe the Justice League movies will kind of set that all into play, or a lot of that stuff start to make more sense.
I did like Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I liked Wonder Woman, even though I felt like, man, they waited long enough for her reveal, didn't they?
Man, well, we knew who she was, though.
Yeah. But, I mean, it was like she just kind of kept popping up throughout the rest of the movie. It was like,
But when he sent her that file, though, and said, I've seen you before.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, that's dope.
Who are you? What are you?
Who are you? What are you? And then they started teasing, like, the other ones, like Aquaman and that Cyborg. That was kind of dope. So, it's
setting up the Justice League.
Setting up the Justice League. That's all this was. And then, for anything, Batman was so gung-ho in killing Superman, right?
Yeah.
But, coincidentally, and you got the same mom name, and then you stop wanting to
kill him. Just like, out the blue, Martha! Why'd you say that name? Martha!
And then, it's like, if I'm getting murked out, like, am I going to say my mom's name? Like, I mean, yeah, everyone knows their mother's name, but it's just mom to you.
Right.
I'm not going to scream out Nadine. I'm going to scream out mom. Like, it just doesn't sound, I didn't get that part, man,
That was a little contrived, but...
I didn't get it. But all in all, man, I'm just being real critical on it. It was a good movie.
Yeah, it was a good watch. It was very long, man.
It was very long. And, man, the wife had to tap me one time, like, wake up. Because at the beginning, and mind you, superhero movies, I'm all in. We were on vacation. We're in Atlanta. And I told the kids, we're going to see this movie. So I'm all in. And I'm falling asleep on the movie because the beginning part, quit trying to tell origin stories of Batman. People who are going to see Batman and Superman
know Batman.
They know Batman.
Yeah.
And they know Superman. Quit trying to sell that story again, man. That's the part they did. A good 45 minutes went into that. You could have saved that on some action, because once the action started, it was good.
I think that's where Marvel right now has the upper hand, is that they've already let the movies, like the individual movies, tell the story. So now when we are getting, the Avengers movies and then the movies where we get a lot of the superhero cameos, we already know the story of, the rest of these characters. We know Iron Man's story. We know the Hulk story.
Right.
So they don't have to try to retell it. Whereas Batman and Superman, Now, Superman's story, they kind of kept that all in line since, they followed from Man of Steel and just kind of kept that going. But they broke away from the Dark Knight storyline.
Right.
So now they're trying to, kind of rebuild the Batman storyline. And I felt like it would have been better if they would have just let it continue on from the Dark Knight, storyline or whatever.
Yeah. It is. And that's the thing about it with comic books. There's so many different storylines that there's so many rabbit holes they can go down to. Now, one thing I am worried about with DC versus Marvel is me and Sean talked about this again. Sean, you got to come on the podcast.
Yeah, you might have to come on the pod, Sean.
DC doesn't have any villains, man. Their villains are very slim, and they kind of.
No, I wouldn't say that. I mean, if we're looking at Batman, you got the Riddler, the Joker, Penguin.
Yeah, Batman has good villains.
Yeah, he's got plenty of villains.
But for the Justice League,
the
Justice League, what are going to be the villains? Because they already done shot one in the foot with Doomsday.
Yeah, with Doomsday and with Zord.
Yeah. But Doomsday, I think they kind of blew it a little
Zod.
bit. Zod. They kind of blew it a little bit with Zod being Doomsday. Like, I don't understand how that
Zod's
happened.
body became Doomsday.
But how did he do it, though? How did Lil Lex do it?
He brought him back in that chamber. What I don't know what.
He jumped in a pool of water. I seen stuff swimming around, squids, and then he was like, "Okay, here goes Doomsday."
But it was from like that whole little room or that pod was supposed to be from a ship. From Superman's planet.
Yeah.
So,
I got that, but I don't know. I needed that explained.
I feel like Doomsday got washed pretty quick.
Very quick.
Yeah.
Very
you know what I'm saying? He had his little moment in the sun, and they washed him on out.
They did, but then also, you kill Soup, and it wasn't going to, Soup wasn't going to stay dead.
Well, I have those comic books. I actually have the Superman Dies comic book and Superman Returns.
I never seen them.
Okay, well, as a kid, I got them.
Is it true to form?
Yeah. That Doomsday is the one that kills Superman.
So he comes back though.
Yeah, he does come back, and he comes back, and he's got like a black suit, no cape, silver S on his chest.
Okay.
Yeah, so the way that it went down, like, you might not have caught that then in the movie when Soup died. Sorry for anybody that I'm spoiling this for, but if you know the comic books, you know that Superman died. So in the movie, that's why Superman's casket was black with the silver Superman logo on it. Because that's how he comes back.
All right, Xbox. What is this? There's another Xbox. I'm playing Division, bro. Playing Division. So yeah, that makes sense then. If they stick to the comic book, then I'm okay with it either way. I think of it being like good. I'm always good with good movies.
Yeah.
I think they did good by it. I don't know why it's getting killed out there. People are not saying it's good.
I feel like a lot of DC fans enjoyed it.
Yeah. I think a lot of Marvel fans enjoyed it.
Yeah, the critics are the ones that have been out here being critical of it, but sometimes you just gotta, I don't know, man. Like they need.
But one thing I read on it, they were saying, one guy said was like, yeah, the acting is boring. Now, listen, I'm not going to see a Superman movie for acting.
Right.
I'm going to see Soup get near the sun, get superpowered, and kill people, and ball out, man. I don't want to see Superman and like doing Lois Lane renditions and crying to her, and I'm not here for that, man.
Yeah.
I'm not. But So yeah, I think everybody should go see it, man. I think we didn't give too much away.
Nah, not at all. But
I think people should go see it.
Following these stories, like, because my dad, shout out to you, Pops. He was a huge comic book collector. He has a huge comic book collection that I one day will inherit. But I thumbed through as a kid a lot, and then I got a couple of my own. Like I said, I got Batman, Superman, the one where he dies, the one where he returns.
Okay.
I've still got both. I think I got them in sleeves and everything, man. Might have to check the prices, see if they're going up. You know what I'm saying?
just to give it all away.
You know what I'm saying? Let it fly. You know what I'm saying? Make me an offer, baby. But
games getting expensive, man.
Yeah, but I'd probably hold on to that stuff. But yeah, man. So I did like that they kept it true to the comic books. Like when they went off into space and the nuke went off, and then Superman, dies and goes all skeletal and all that stuff. That stuff happened in the comic books.
Okay.
And then the sun revives him and all of that stuff. So all that stuff actually happened in the comic book. So they did keep it true to form there. Yeah. So I guess. I thought it was interesting. I definitely am looking forward to the Justice League. Now I want to see the Captain America movie next, so that way we can, compare it. Who did it better?
No, you think they're trying to like spar up against each other? Like this Adrian Broner versus Floyd here?
Oh man, no. I would hope not, because who got to be AB? You know what I'm saying? About bagels, abandoned belts.
That guy's a clown, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Abandoning belts, yeah.
Yeah, man.
But are they trying to pit each other against it?
Because they're both now building up to their their big compilation movies at this point.
Okay.
Because I mean, technically, Civil War is going to be a Captain America movie. Even though it's going to kind of build on from there, and then this Batman vs Superman setting up for the Justice League. So, yeah, because I guess the Civil War. What does the Civil War lead up to in Marvel?
I think it. Well, I know it does with Iron Man is probably the next movie after that because it's them kind of going at it.
Yeah, so I know that they're building that storyline so that way they can kind of keep all these compilations with all the Avengers in them and all that stuff, kind of keeping that story going. But I definitely feel like DC's got a good story to tell. Now, the only thing with that is some of DC's characters are a little woozy. Like this Cyborg character, I'm not sure about him, man. I'm not sure. Even though, I'm looking forward to the Flash getting a movie. Aquaman, I don't know if I really want to see Aquaman
dope
movie.
Though, man.
Yeah, they did look
That's
dope.
your boy from Game of Thrones, though, too.
It's also dude from the game. I don't know.
The game.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't.
He's a little bit of a clown too.
Yeah, he's a little bit of a clown. We can't fault him for that. Though.
Yeah,
he
you gotta take the jobs when you get him. Yeah, he looks sweet.
What is Aquaman? It's Aquaman, right?
Yeah, he was Aquaman.
All
right. Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa, right? That's his name. I will fact check. But I just remember it being my boy Drogo on Game of Thrones.
Yep, Khal Drogo. Yeah, it definitely looks like they'll be good. I look forward to the Wonder Woman movie. That looks like that could be pretty good too.
I don't know about a whole movie with her though.
It could be dope.
It could.
They gotta tell the story.
She's eye candy, but she's pretty.
I mean, I thought her character did good though. Like in the Batman Superman movie, like when she came through, man, she was holding it down, man. I watch it. You know, I don't know if I'd see it in theaters, but I definitely want to check for it one way or another.
Yeah, one thing that another thing me and Sean had a conversation about it was the detective version of Batman. I enjoyed.
Yeah,
this Batman was pretty dope detective wise, and he figured stuff out, which was in our day growing up. That Batman was the one I liked more, not this bruiser. Because Dark Knight was more of a bruiser, man. He really wasn't. I'm not saying
he was all about his combat.
He's all about that combat, and then taking years off his life.
Yeah, you're right about that.
So
I mean, that was what they kind of built that whole the whole trilogy on. Was him learning the martial arts and then him going out here and applying it.
Right, getting that back broke by Bane.
Yep.
All right. So I'm trying to think what other big stories. I'm going to touch on the bigger stories since we've both been out.
The one I'm looking forward to, like even past Captain America, man, another movie that I'm looking forward to is this new X-Men. Like, I know Jay is not feeling Apocalypse or whatever, and felt like they went off the story.
It looks a little down, man. I got to be honest with you.
I got to see it.
I'm gonna see it.
First of all, I love the X-Men, bro.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Everybody loves Wolverine.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you what the X-Men they got to do, and it better happen on this movie. I better see Gambit. I better see him, man.
Getting Gambit, bro.
There's been too many movies come out, and we ain't seen Cajun, man.
Sauce. Yeah, I know. Look, I don't know if we're gonna get Gambit, but I do know after this movie we're supposed to get another Wolverine movie. It's gonna be the last Hugh Jackman one, and we're getting Old Man Logan. Ooh. And got to see. I gotta have it, bro. If they keep it true to form, because word around town is they're gonna do it dirty. Like,
really?
they're not gonna sugarcoat anything. Like, they're gonna really go raw and cut, straight R-rated. Like Deadpool kind of setting the tone for a lot of these superhero films now. Like now they're trying to, they realize their audience has grown. Like, you know what I'm saying? These kids, they might care a little bit, but older folks now at this point are the ones that really care about you know what I'm saying, the Batman, Supermans, and all of these old comic books and the cartoons. Because these kids, they ain't watching these cartoons no more, man. What's a cartoon now?
Yeah,
Saturday cartoons don't exist.
It's not special no more.
That's what I'm saying.
Cartoons was like a event when we were younger, man.
I don't even think Saturday cartoons come on anymore. I don't think it
it's all day
happens
cartoons
anymore.
Man.
What's that?
It's all day cartoons now.
I mean, yeah, but who's watching them, man? Like only cartoon I'm aware of. I mean, I don't have any children, so I ain't got no reason to watch cartoons. But SpongeBob, man, is SpongeBob even still big?
Not really.
So what is it now? Like, and I'm not talking about that little kids watch. Like, what is it that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
there is none. Like the cartoon.
9-10-year-old boys want to watch. What?
Rebels. Star Wars Rebels.
Okay. Are they getting into it?
That's what Jay was saying. Jay was saying that it was Darth Maul came back in this season.
Jay is a grown man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man.
Does Jay know the post? You know what I'm saying? The 10-year-old kids, what they watching now, man?
Yeah.
What they doing?
I don't think it's 10-year-old kids. I think it's more so like just like video games. It ain't for them. It's for us.
That's what I'm saying. And like, so now that's why they're making the movies the way that they are now, because they realize that the kids don't want to see this. They don't care about this.
Yeah. Doc McStuffins. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, designer. My daughter is all about Doc McStuffins, bro. You can get on my Instagram and see. My daughter has the full outfit. Like I'm talking about from head to toe. And you watch your toes with those clogs too, because she'll break skin. That's what little kids are watching, but it's different now, man. Like I don't know, man. Cartoons are totally different. But before we venture off too far, sports wise, there was one more topic I wanted to talk about sports wise.
We talking about deloading.
We gotta talk about
detective.
Listen,
informant.
man. Listen, what's going on in the world right now where we're six games left in the season, and we're talking about a team that's won like what 10, 11 games, recording another player talk about exploits with other women, and then it gets out.
Man.
How is that? Like, how does that happen, man?
What part of the game is that?
He should be kicked out the league. He should be kicked out.
He should. Hey, I mean, yeah, man. I don't know what's up with detective, man. Point rat, point snitching,
Yo, when I
point telling.
I'm gone, right? Me and my dad was eating breakfast, and we're just kind of talking about just sports stuff in the day. And I couldn't even bring myself to talk to him about it. But I was just reading the story, like, what in the world are we doing with sports nowadays to where this is a story, for one? And for two, what type of player and men are being raised in this world where recording another man talking about something,
his exploits,
any
and
real
putting it
dude,
out for the world?
Yeah, any real guy. You delete that right then and there.
Right.
Because that's not even your
That's
word.
not even funny.
That's not even funny.
Yeah, like, it's not cool,
that's
man.
why
Like,
he's holding on to why it was going to be a joke. Like, what joke were you playing,
right,
man?
like, that's not a joke,
You're
man.
messing with a guy's
like,
life.
yo, if you were going to do that, man, you record that, you act like you're going to do whatever you're going to do, and then it's deleted, it's done.
So
we
listen,
are finished.
So designer brings up a great point, and this is the point that me and the wife were talking about. He talked about Nick should have never cheated. I agree with you.
Okay.
Nick should have never cheated. I do agree with that. But
that's not the story.
That's not the story. If anybody suffered from that, Iggy Azalea should be the one.
And I mean, if anybody should have been the one that found out and told, it should have been Iggy Azalea,
Yeah,
not
Nick
detective.
Nick is no way in shape or form a victim.
No.
Because I do think he put himself in that water. But Detective Rat definitely loses a lot of guy points for that, man.
Yeah, like, I mean, you can't be telling, bro. Like, that's not cool. Like, yeah, Nick Young shouldn't have told on himself, and he shouldn't have been out there doing what he was doing.
Right.
But that wasn't D'Angelo Russell's business.
No.
You know what I'm saying? To put him out on Front Street like that. Like, I mean, he took a private conversation and made it public, and that's wrong. That's cold-blooded.
But it wasn't even like a private conversation that he was even looking for. Like, he was doing it malicious intent behind it.
Yeah, exactly.
It wasn't like it was a private conversation. We just talking as men, because like men, some men just do what they do.
Yeah, hey, you asked me, man. Like, he ain't married to that girl. He don't owe her nothing.
No,
like,
he doesn't.
You know what I mean?
No, he does not.
I'm not condoning what he was doing, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, if they wash their hands of each other, there's nothing lost. You know what I mean? Like, they don't have children. Right. They're not married. There's nothing lost there. It's just a couple breaking up.
I think they got a dog.
Oh well. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The dog will be so heartbroken.
Right.
Man, that dog will run away, find some new owners, and forget all about them.
I get a cup of Alpo, that dog will be my dog.
You know what I'm saying? That dog don't care.
Yeah, but I was just looking at this story, man. Like, what have we come to in the world where guys are acting like this, for one? Because this is a man acting like this. And I get he's a kid, though. I'm not. He's 20 years old. But even at 20, I never done no stupid stuff like that, man.
You know, I did hear that Nicki Minaj had something to do with it.
Really?
Yeah, I heard that her team might have leaked that video, got a hold of that video and leaked it. So, maybe Detective is maybe he's a Barb. You know what I'm saying? D-Barb. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But yeah, man, that he was dead wrong for that. But you know what's even sadder than that is that the fact that this is the news in Lakerland.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the biggest. This is the way Kobe got to go out, man.
Yeah, man. Bean is going out so bad. But you know what, though? I will give credit to D'Angelo Russell for knowing his personnel. As a point guard, you know who to pass the ball to. You know who not to pass the ball to. And in this case, you knew who to mess with, being Nick Young. That's not happening to Zach Randolph. No. That's not happening to certain players. Like, guys, like, they'll probably go in that mouth.
Nick Young give you that. You get that pass.
Yeah, Nick Young is a smiley. He ain't gonna go. He's like, man, whatever. Nick ain't gonna do that to me. So I do understand your person, knowing your personnel, D'Angelo. So kudos for that.
Yeah.
But you was whack for that, bruh. You was very whack. You should have deleted that footage and kept it moving, man.
Practical jokes is practical jokes, man. But like, you crossed the line, bruh.
Yeah.
You crossed the line. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
It just went too far, and now Byron Russell's looking like a genius. Or I'm sorry, Brian Scott. Byron Scott. He's looking like a genius, man.
I need Byron Scott to grow some facial hair too, bro.
Hey, man, he got that old man syndrome, bro.
I think some rats been eating his mustache or something because it's like really spotty.
You know what I'm saying? Hey,
it's bothering me. I need him to get it together.
But when he came out and said deloading a 19-year-old to act like a 14-year-old, I think he might have known something, man.
Yep. Because word is that this has been going on for a minute though. Like we're just finding out about it. So, yeah. So maybe that's what Byron Russell was talking about.
My thing is Kobe couldn't get. Well, I mean Kobe's washed, so I guess he couldn't really get the boys in line. Yeah,
Kobe is
on his award tour.
Yeah, he's cashing that $20 million check for this year, and like, listen, I am getting as far away from this mess as I possibly can.
And I mean, quiet as this kept, man, Lakers been selling tickets because Kobe gonna be there. Like,
yeah,
win, lose, draw, nobody cares. Like, I'm going to go see Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine if the Lakers didn't have Kobe and had this output, they would be going broke.
Yeah, but they're positioned to do well. They're going to.
They'll do great in free agency. They'll have a lot of money free on the books.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for him to get that number 1 pick because we already know that's gonna happen.
But with that, do you have to move deloading detective?
No.
You don't have to move him.
Nah.
I say Nick Young probably has to get moved.
But he still has 2 years left on the contract, which they have to play together.
No, they don't have to, man.
You trade him away? You trade him away for some Grippos?
I mean, hey, I don't think the Lakers would care.
And he don't make a lot of money, so they can match that money up.
They don't care. Yeah.
He probably like a young guy. I don't know. But no one's going to help the Lakers out now. People want to watch the Lakers ship burn. They don't want to help.
People right now, they just want to see Kobe, man. Like you know what? I'm going to watch the Lakers last game. You know why? Because that is going to be Kobe Bean Bryant's farewell game. You know what I'm saying? After that, I will never be able to see Kobe Bryant lace him up. At least not for the purple and gold in any type of real capacity.
Every time I think about it, though, because at one point I was like, man, Kobe ain't retiring. He's just going to come back, still do a Brett Favre. Well, I seen him on the sideline that last game.
Nah, he done. I'm just happy my man's finished out the season.
Yeah, he's iced up, like looking like a cyborg.
Yeah, he's finished. And I mean, I imagine he'll still have something to do with the game in some way.
Yeah,
I could see Kobe coaching.
I love to hear him talk about the game, man, because dude is such a student of the game. And plus, he's got that. He's kind of a weirdo.
Yeah.
So and most good coaches are weirdos.
I don't.
He would.
Now that I think about it, though, I don't know that his pride would let. He might have to go into ownership, man. Because I mean, he's baby Jordan. You know what I'm saying? He's MJ Jr.
But come on, man. I would have thought MJ would have been started coaching at this point.
Hey, buy Philadelphia. I mean, it's legal team right now, man. Buy into Philadelphia, man. Try to turn that team around, man. That's your home state, man. Why not? You go. Hey, you can root for him then, bruh. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
show love to the Sixers, man.
The Sixers are going to always be the armpit of the NBA until they
man. You know what? That's not true, man, because the Sixers were good at the time, man.
No, they were. I'm saying right now.
Yeah.
It's because management. They just been buying. It's like the
NBA
Lions
stepped in, bro. Like, they had to. They were like, yo, y'all can't keep doing this, man. Your fans don't deserve.
You know what it is? I think they're going to be real good real quick, though. It's Embiid, man. They put a lot of money in him.
If he can get healthy.
If he can get healthy, I think they'll be good.
Yeah, because I mean, I think that they're gonna deal Okafor. There we go, Okafor for Young and some money. Lakers though.
I do not want Swaggy P on the Sixers, man. How bad could it be? Whatever, make it happen.
Yeah,
get some draft picks because we all know Ben Simmons is going number 1. He's gonna go to the Lakers, man.
Going to the Lakers. Could you imagine Russell, Simmons, and Okafor out there running, man? That'd be a good young team.
How are you on Ben Simmons?
I'm not sold.
Me neither.
I'm not sold. But I think that hey, that you got a 1, a 3, and a 5 at that point.
Yeah, but I mean that's not saying all good picks are good picks. I mean he's gonna be number 1, but that's kind of gonna be conditioned because the draft supposedly I take Buddy Hield number 1 before I took Ben Simmons.
Yeah, I guess it would depend on the team.
Yeah.
And the need there, but I think Ben Simmons has the biggest upside. I think that, you could – it's hard to say because, I want to say you have an upside for a pretty low risk, but, I mean, that number 1 pick is important.
Think about it like this.
I mean, Anthony Bennett out here, man, showing number 1 picks are important, bro. Like, you can't do that.
That's the worst ever. But Michael like candy too.
Yeah.
But here's the thing too, though. You got to think about Ben Simmons. This was a down year in college basketball.
Yeah.
He couldn't even get his team to the tourney.
You know what though? He didn't care, and I mean that went to the conversation we were having last week about like why are these guys even going to college for a year? Like, I mean, if you're like, oh, they can get their education, these one and done guys aren't getting an education. They're going to school for 6 months. They're doing just enough so that way they can be eligible to play, and then they get out of there, man. I mean, he's already unenrolled in school. He didn't finish up his freshman year at school, so is it really about him getting an education? Absolutely not. He had BIS, butts in seats. All right, that's what that was all about, man.
Yeah. And LSU made a pretty penny off him too, selling jerseys and
exactly. You know what I'm saying? So and that's the reason that they want him there. Now let a kid like that go to the D League for a year or two, and then you know what I'm saying. Let a team go ahead and move him up, call him up from the minors. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what though? That's why I chimed in last week when you were talking about it when you were streaming. But that would mean that these players have to humble themselves enough in order to go to the NBDL. Or to do it. And
I mean, as opposed to going to college, like right out of high school, like, are you really humbling yourself? You getting a check and you still, I mean, baseball players do it.
Like a farm system, right?
Yeah,
I think they should set up like a true farm system, change the pay scale. Because you think about it, you'd have NBA all year round.
Yeah, exactly.
If you did that,
exactly,
just staggered it to where it was the season. But then again, it would have to be during the NBA season, though.
I mean, maybe you could, start it off a little bit before the NBA season, started off around the time that football season starts, have D League end right around the time that playoffs would be coming around for the NBA, and then let those players go in the draft. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can enter eligibility for the draft.
I think
if you're in the D League. Don't get drafted, go back to the D League.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Or even if you're rehabbing, go
to
the
D League.
They do that now, though.
And then after you enter once, hey, you can get called up as you're basically a free agent. You're available. Boom, you know what I'm saying? Kids got a little bit of money in their pocket. They're not wasting their time making these schools rich. And then for the kids that, actually would benefit from, going to a college program and learning the game there, they get a little bit more time to develop, and they actually do get their education.
Yeah, the thing about it is, though, they'll never let that happen because it's too much money in college sports.
I mean, I feel like the NBA doesn't have anything vested in college sports.
No.
At that point, that's better for their brand.
True, I agree with you on that. But all it's going to take is somebody like overseas, like Israel or something like that, because I think that's where Brandon Jennings went.
Yeah,
they're paying like $1 million for a year. I'm like, why wouldn't you go make a cool meal for a year versus going to college?
And that's what I'm saying. I think that they need to really take a look at kind of shaping up the D League to be more like the minors, how baseball does here. Because I mean, college baseball isn't a thing. Like, I mean, it's a thing. People play college baseball, but nobody cares. You know what I'm saying?
Moutier did it too. I forgot about him.
Yep. I mean, right now you got Brazilian KD out there. You know what I'm saying, playing in the D League, man. What's old boy's name? I forget, man. But dude is legit, and he's out there playing D League, balling, man.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, and he's kind of got that look, but you know what I'm saying. It was like, hey, he was coming from overseas. Hey, Teams didn't really want to take a chance on him just yet. Porzingis.
He played 2 years over, pro.
Makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But now maybe we'll get some of that overseas talent, get them into the D League, see what they can do. You know what I'm saying? An NBA system.
Right.
Give some of these coaches that, hey, we don't really know what you can do yet. Give them a chance in the D League, see what they can do, man. Hey, you win a D League championships, maybe we'll call you up, give you an assistant coaching position. 76ers might make you a head coach or something. Give them a chance.
I don't know about coaching, though. Because, I mean, come on now. I agree with you players. But coaching, I mean, like winning a NBA.
I mean, that was David Blatt's big thing. He won so many championships there in Israel.
Yeah, but that was he played against a lot of pro talent at that point. That would have to be changing the culture of the NBDL, because winning.
I believe so, but I think that that's what they really need to make a push to do.
Because coaching a NBDL championship and coaching a church league championship is probably the same. So I think that.
Oh my God! You got a pro-am team.
I think they're on par. So until you change the culture, I didn't know that was gonna happen. Until you change the culture, that's what it'll have to be.
Yeah, I think you're right, man. All right, so.
All right, let's get to this Bass review.
Yeah, let's get to this Bass, man. I think, I'm about to say, I think we are. Yeah, we already hit that hour.
All right, so what'd you think? I'll let you go first.
All right, I was listening to that Bass album. Came to find that he is a Dreamville Records product. You know what I'm saying, signed under J. Cole. And I think he's a native New Yorker. I want to say, from listen to the sound, he sounded like he was definitely a New Yorker, and. This was my introduction to him. I hadn't actually heard of him. I guess he's had one project prior to this new album, Too High to Riot. I don't really know where he came from, but he busted on the scene, and he's been getting a lot of, he's been getting a lot of exposure. I guess the J. Cole cosign is really helping him out, and hey, more power to him there. Listening to the project, I thought it was okay. I thought it was pretty good, man. Pretty good production. I pretty good production. A lot of good singing on there. I will say, like the hooks and stuff where he got the vocalist. I mean, I'm a sucker for female vocalists usually anyway. So if you got a girl in there that can sing and the hooks sound good, it usually gets me where I'm trying to go. So I'll give him credit there. As far as the rapping on the album, it got a little rappity rap for me. Like, he is a rappity rapper, and by that, like, I mean, like, he is one of those guys that just goes bars on bars on bars on bars. But I never really felt like he was saying too much. Like, he didn't really captivate me with his rapping. His voice isn't one that is very intriguing. Like, it doesn't capture me there. Like, say like a Kendrick Lamar, where Kendrick isn't necessarily the most lyrical rapper. The way that he kind of structures his bars and his performance make his sound very interesting. And the subject matter, what he's talking about, is something real. So where he might not have a lot of punchlines, and he may not be the most technical rapper, he shines because his subject matter and his style and creativity shine through. Whereas Bass is one of those guys who, he's got that New York rapper thing about him, like where it's just bars on bars on bars on bars. And with that, I can grow tired of that pretty quickly. Surprisingly, man, I actually really enjoyed the Cole features on this project. I know that, what I'm saying?
I was taken aback when you said that, man.
Yeah, man, I actually really, those were my favorite parts of the album, actually. Where
he comes in and wrecks.
Yeah, he wrecked. Yeah. He wrecked on those songs, man. Like,
he came in like a superhero almost.
He did, man. He really came in to save the day, man. I really enjoyed J. Cole on there. But you know what? That goes back to, how I've always felt about J. Cole. Like, I don't dislike J. Cole as a rapper. Like, I think he's a very talented rapper. I just can't listen to him for a long time. Like, you know what I mean? If I get into a project and I hear, like, Cole didn't have any features on his album, and I think that was to his detriment, because it was like, yo, I'm so tired of hearing this dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's too much. You know what I mean?
Would you call it NyQuil rap?
Yes, it was NyQuil. I can listen to 3-4 tracks of Cole back to back before I'm like, all right, listen, I got to throw something else in there. And, like I said, it's not a knock on J. Cole. J. Cole's a good rapper. I think that, he got a lot of talent. He talks about a lot of kind of teenage or juvenile topics. And I think that sometimes can be to his detriment, like talking about like high school relationships and, just really kind of young boy stuff without really kind of getting introspective or, kind of touching on more socially conscious topics and things like that. And maybe that's not his lane, and that's okay. But he shined on this album. Now, Bass, I did feel like his hooks are kind of weak. Though he has bars, he's not really saying a whole lot of anything. He's got kind of a recycled rap or a recycled flow. It didn't really change up at all throughout the project from what I noticed. But, again, that was just what I didn't like about it. But there were a lot of, shining moments on there. I thought he had a lot of really good tracks. Production was very solid all the way through. He didn't have any struggle bars that I could name. Right. I didn't at any point feel like, oh, man, this dude can't rap. I felt like he rapped very well. It just, got boring. Now, with all that said, I probably will never listen to this mixtape again or album again. Not because I didn't enjoy it, but just because, it wasn't for me. And I would probably give it a solid 77. It was a good project. It was a solid project. It just was not for me. Like, it was a good listen once. Won't listen to it again.
Yeah, I mean, to mirror your things, my thing, I think he would have benefited if he was like on J. Cole's album, which he might even been. I just don't really remember. I know he wasn't on the last one.
I was gonna say that last one. I don't think Cole had any features.
He had no features on that last one, but maybe he was there on some other stuff. I'm not really a big Dreamville fan, so I'm following their whole movement. So maybe he was out there. I never heard of the guy, but I do think that he can rap. I do think that it was a decent project. There's only like maybe 40 minutes worth of music, which is cool. That's a good sweet spot for him, because I don't think if it went any longer, I probably would have tuned out. I think some of the songs sounded a little bit alike, but the way the album flowed was real good. Yeah. And I listened to it. I was like, man, I really am feeling it. Now, like you, I probably never listen to it again because it doesn't make me want to go back to it. But for that to be his first project that kind of got this big buzz, I think that it was a pretty good offering when it came to that. Like you said, Cole came through and wrecked it. I'm more of a Cole fan than Kevin is, so I really enjoyed that aspect of it. But I do think Bass could have benefited by being more out there by J. Cole, and then be like, okay, who's this guy rapping? And then it's like, okay, kind of like what K. Dot did with their crew. They knew that K. Dot was going to be the face of their movement, and then everybody else came and was like, okay, these guys can rap too.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, so,
actually, J Rock was the first one that kind of jumped off the porch, but he
J Rock,
he didn't make a lot of noise.
No, he didn't make it. He was not a splash. I still go back and watch that cipher with them though.
Oh yeah,
from time to time. J Rock did all right on that. J Rock fight, man, like get you out there because everybody else came out.
Yeah,
except for him. But I gave it like a 73 is what I gave it. Okay. It wasn't terrible. You know, the paper was good. It was finished. I can see you put some effort into it, but I do need you to go back and get better. I think that
room for improvement.
There's room for improvement. I think a guy like him though, I'm trying to wonder if he can ever really succeed mainstream wise. So I think he should just follow that path of being underground.
Yeah,
and he'll flourish that way.
You know what? I could see him having moderate success, but I don't know that he'll ever be big.
Yeah.
Now, with all that said, man, like if he puts out another record, I'll listen to it. Like, I'm not gonna come in with high expectations of it, but you know, I would definitely give it a run. You know what I mean? Like he did good enough that I could give it a run. So you know, hey man, salute to him. You know, I keep on working, brother, man. I always appreciate seeing somebody doing something positive with their life. So hey, man, go for it.
He must do something with him. Like maybe he was the weed guy for him or something.
I think he was a rappity rapper, and J. Cole liked the rappity rap. You know what I mean? And he was like, man, I think I can do something with this, but he's not Cole. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, maybe that's a good thing, maybe it's not. I don't know. But everybody gotta have those guys. But a lot of times, what I've noticed, man, is artists don't normally have the best ear for new talent. Like if you look at TDE, you know what I'm saying, those guys all got found by Top Dog. Top Dog has a good ear for talent, but Top Dog is not an artist. You know what I'm saying? So, and a lot of times when rappers try to put their boys on those other rappers, like how many rappers have actually found other rappers that were really good?
No, I don't know. But I know my boy Cannabis got ruined by Wyclef because of that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't really have an ear for other talent. You know what I mean? Like somebody has to kind of discover your sound and then help you mold it. Like you look at Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre can find, you know what I'm saying, talent and mold it, but Dr. Dre's not a great rapper. Right. You know what I'm saying? But like for the really good rappers, like I don't even know that Hove has really found anybody that was. I mean, he found Cole. Cole was an industry plant. He was gifted J. Cole. Okay, like you know what I'm saying? And I mean, Hove to an extent kind of put Lupe on as well. But you know,
Hove kept my boy Joe Budden back.
Yeah, I mean, that was Joe's fault, man. Sometimes you don't throw rocks at what they said. Don't bark up that tree will fall on you.
Yeah, I think even he admits that now.
I don't know why your advisors didn't forewarn you. Please, not Jay. He's not for play.
No.
Yeah, so you know what I mean. Budden wasn't paying attention. So hey, man, he got everything he deserved.
Right.
But I mean, even other artists like they like all these rappers that come out with record labels, man. The only one I would say that actually did a very good job would probably be Wayne. With Nicki and Drake.
Yeah, Nicki and Drake.
Yeah, Wayne did he's the only one I've seen that, you know, really found talent out there that even, you know, succeeded his level of fame and success.
Right.
So, you know.
He's washed.
Yeah.
So what are we going to review next week?
Man, I see how you threw in that nice Wash Wayne. Yeah, you go slide that in there for the next review. All right. Like, looking through the hip-hop section. Do we want to go hip-hop?
We don't have to.
Cause I mean I don't know. Like looking through the new music, bruh. All right, now since Jay isn't here, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw it out there. That Nas lost.
Nas is completely
that
lost.
Ghostbusters clothing line he came out with, garbage. Not working. That's like Mello with these Ninja Turtles. I know that they wrote you a big check. Nah, bro. We don't believe you. You need more people.
Right.
All right, so just gonna throw that out there, man. And Kanye. What happened to my album will never be on Apple Music because it's right there. It's on Apple Music right now, available to play.
Is it on Google?
I imagine if it's on Apple Music, I'm pretty sure it's released everywhere. I thought it was going to be title only. You almost got me.
Title's up and roaring now. NJ is suing Title.
Yeah, he's suing the old executives, but man, they said they got 3 million unique subscribers. So hey,
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know.
Am I a unique subscriber?
I guess.
No.
Why not? I don't.
I mean, how you throw the word unique out there?
You know, I love Tidal, but I never signed up for it. So.
Me neither.
Yeah, so I'm just
And yep, it's on there.
Let it cook. But okay, we got that Elzai, lead poisoning. That's somebody I've heard a lot about Elzai, but I've never actually listened to any of his projects, so that may be a good one to go.
From
okay. We've also got Damo Genesis with his new album Genesis. Yo, listen, Damo's sweet.
This is the guy I'm in love with the Coco, right?
No. That's OT Genesis.
Okay, all right. Okay.
But you know, he got a new one, man. That's cut it. Your price is way too high. You need to cut it. I saw that. I was like, oh my God, that's OT Genesis. He's got another song, man. Hey, salute to him, man. You know what? Surprisingly, I'm not gonna pick this for next week, but I Love McConaughey's got a new mixtape out. Drink More Water 6. It actually has a few bangers on it, though.
Stop it.
I promise you.
Stop it.
Big Gucci. Oh my God. I was like, wow. Okay.
You picked the album.
All right. You know, I'm gonna go with this Elzai. I've heard a lot about the guy.
Okay.
He got a new album out. You know, I think that might be fun. You know, kind of break into something new, something I haven't experienced. Now, have you listened to Elzai?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was on what group was he in? He was in some. What was the group was he in? Hold on.
You say Slum Village. Don't make me reel it back in.
It's Slum Village, right?
I don't know.
It is Slum Village. Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Well, you know what? I'm gonna give it a shot, man. Yeah, he is. Yeah, member of Slum Village, Detroit rapper Elzai. You know what? I like some of the Slum Village stuff.
I think you'll like it too.
Okay.
I haven't listened to it.
You know,
yet,
I've heard a lot about Elzai, and I heard a lot of the Slum Village stuff back in the day, but I stopped checking for them. They kind of went nappy roots for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was over. But they had a lot of good stuff, man. A lot of I never knew if it was the Dilla beats that were carrying them or not. So I guess we'll find out.
Definitely. Kanye too.
Yeah. But you know, we'll find out. We'll find out if they've got anything else, man. Yeah, Father, and Drunk Uncle by Nori. Jay, we'll leave that one for you to pick. That's right up your alley with what was this? Sheik Lucci. That was Sheik Lucci.
And he was riding for that too. He picked like he found that ace in the hole, that diamond in the rough. We're going Sheik Lucci.
Sheik Lucci. He ain't gonna let me down. He let you down.
Yeah, he did.
He let you down, buddy. Yeah, like Nas always letting us down.
Nas is completely letting us down.
You know what? J. Cole should name that song Nas Let Me Down. You know what I'm saying? Nas let me put out this record. I'm let down.
Right. All right, so yeah, thanks for rocking with us today, guys. We went a little bit over because we do have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we're making up for a week, man. We want to give y'all a little extra.
Definitely, and we're also, me and Kev, and we talking to Jay too about putting it on. It'll be on iTunes sometime this week. We're gonna try to definitely get that out once we get the audio together. With that, so I'm trying to think what else is coming out. Once again, Pixel Group. Thanks for the logo.
Thank you, man. Beautiful, man. We appreciate the work, man. It looks great.
Yes, and we'll be putting up the link for their website once they give it to us. We'll definitely do that. But once again, thanks for rocking with us, man. This is Games Music Life, episode 22. We out.
21, man. We didn't count last week.
We didn't count?
21.
Okay,
yeah.
21.
Episode 21.
Peace.
We love you. Drink more water.